So welcome to the road tutorial. Let's go. I will show you how to build good entrances, good roads, and how everything works here. So first of all, empty city with one entrance. Yeah, first of all, how can we make a good entrance of the city? I see a lot of people making entrances like this. But this is actually a worse entrance because there will be always a lot of traffic going into the city. So the best thing for an entrance, in my opinion, is always to make a long entrance. Make it curvy. But yeah, make a long entrance. It will help you a lot, but maybe this is now too long. But I will show you now some good ideas how you can make a perfect entrance for your city. There are multiple things how you can do this. So the first thing is start with the simple one. And this also works on different maps with multiple entrances. Yeah, you have a map with 2 entrances on the side. So I did it before and it works fine for me. So the first thing, yeah, make a huge tunnel or a bridge. In this case, I choose a bridge. So because a tunnel is more effective. So let's do this one more time with a tunnel. So a nice long straight tunnel. This is an easy way to make a long entrance. So now actually all the traffic who comes in goes through the tunnel, and so we can actually have a lot of traffic here in the tunnel. And then eventually on the end, yeah, you go ahead with the avenue. Don't make a small road because a thing you always need in a city, and especially if you build a big city, is a huge outside grid. So in this case, I just make it like most people do, a square. So if you have an entrance like this, but here we still see we have not connected this, so we have to get rid of this because this is actually the same thing or the thing I said in the beginning. Most people make something like this, and this is actually bad. So it's always 4 parts of the road. You see 1, 2, 3, 4 on the right side was actually the same. So, and then the same game here like we did earlier. Make a tunnel or a bridge. So now all the traffic who comes into your city, and we can actually make a small test run. Let's make it on the opposite side. So they have to drive a long way, and let's make some also on this side. And now let's take a look on the entrance. So you see they have to drive a long way until they come in. And as you see, they go both sides. We saw some cars, some industrial, residential and commercial on the left, actually the right, and now some on the left. So they actually go both sides, and they're actually coming back from both sides. So this is a nice entrance, and you can actually handle a lot of traffic here in the tunnel. But make sure that the traffic flows here good. So don't make any train station here or something that cause a lot of traffic, a mega tower or whatever. We cannot build a mega tower here, but yeah, you see how fine this works. Just as a long entrance into your city. Make sure the entrance is not immediately here. So this will help you a lot with traffic. So even there is a lot of traffic and you're stuck in the tunnel, you will not see it. But yeah, if you need good trading or Omega Core, yeah, you have to make sure you have less traffic. So yeah, whatever. So, but this is actually not perfect. So actually, we pause it. actually destroy them real quick. Now we make the tunnel entrance actually a little bit more better. But we keep this up here because doesn't matter what city you build, even if it's a straight or with circles or with curves, you always need the outside gate because most of the traffic will be going on the avenues. And if you have it on the outside, yeah, you can handle a lot of traffic here. So, but before we go ahead, I will zone a little bit more, so we can actually see more traffic. I will not interfere with power. It's just for a moment, so we can actually see. Oh, let's make here everything on the bottom, and let's make a little bit more, so we can see more traffic. Just for the tutorial here, not really a purpose. So the best thing is now you can see it's a square. The square is almost of the size of the map, and yeah, if you played SimCity a lot, you know it's an equal square. And what I mostly prefer in this game here is the middle of the map. Yeah, it's an equal square. Why should we not make it also equal in the middle? So I'm holding the shift button, bam. So we have the middle of the map. Don't need so long roads. Because I like the middle of the map because it's an equal square. We can actually make the entrance in the middle. So we have now multiple opportunities with this. First I make almost the same than we did before. But in this case, the tunnel will be not straight, going here. The tunnel will be going here up, and the tunnel will be here. So in the middle of the map, because we found the middle. I'll make a road. And we zoned now are almost 50%. So on the left, on the right, so it's not 100% equal, but you will see, it will work fine. So now we have the entrance here in the middle of the map, or you can actually say in the middle of the road. I made sure that my road is equal. So in this case, mostly go for a tunnel, so we give not any space away, but if you like a bridge, make a bridge, whatever. So now you can clearly see how the tunnel goes under the map. Again, a long entrance. This one is actually longer than the other one. So we need to delete this. So let's see how this works out now. Crank up the speed. And let them come in. Yeah, if they come in. Oh yeah, here they are. Sometimes the game is not the fastest, so now you see most of the cars going to the right, but eventually there will also going cars to the left. So now you see obviously they go to the right. It's the shortest way to get the buildings here. Yeah, you see the buildings here. So SimCity has decided to start in this corner. You can clearly see just a tunnel at one intersection, not interfering with anything else, and with avenues. So now the first car is going to the left. So the tunnel entrance is exact in the middle, and now we can actually see the buildings coming on the left side. So works perfect. So all the buildings or all the people who are living on the right will go to the right. All the people who are living on the left will go to the left. So this helps a lot with your traffic. So make sure if you build the entrance, you don't have to do this in the middle. You can put it everywhere, but make sure the road on the left has the same length than the road on the right. But yeah, make always a long entrance. Helps you a lot with traffic. Now they're just going to the left because they are building here, this building. But you see, second tunnel works fine. The cars going to the left, or the people going to the left and right where they're living. So let's pause it and let's go for a third one, because there are more than 2 ways here to start. Make a nice entrance. So let's destroy everything again. Yeah, we have nothing here, it's just a sandbox mod. But it's just to see how the traffic goes and people moving in. So now we had a very long entrance to the opposite side of the map. This is actually my favorite and works always fine for me. The next thing is, some guy last time asked me also, how can I build a good, perfect, yeah, traffic, whatever. Because it's a road tutorial, I will show you not just how to build entrances, I will show you a lot more. So, in this case, we know this is the middle. And I totally love the roundabout. So let's make a roundabout. We can actually get rid of them. Oh, good road, SimCity. But we need actually all 4 of them, and because we're playing here with squares, we have to turn it by 45 degrees. And I will also go to this. And I will do this. So now you can also go with the previous road, but I make it just straight. Some gridlock tutorial here, but I think it's yeah, the best thing to understand. So now we have the roundabout. So the roundabout is in the middle. This is the middle of the map. Roundabout is in the middle. Everything is equal, 90 degrees. So where's the entrance? The entrance is here. So now you have multiple opportunities how to connect. There are actually 2. So, oops. The bridge is a little bit annoying, so yeah, I will not destroy the bridge. I just will go like this. Okay, got it. So now we can make actually entrance like this. This entrance is now a little bit smaller. In this case, yeah, you can still build a tunnel, but I keep it up here for make it now a road so we can see it better. So the entrance is now a little bit smaller, but you can still see we can handle a lot of traffic with this. So, and in this case here, we just make for the rest of it straight road if the game will let me, because circle and straight roads, you know how to keep it. So we think I think it's a straight road, yeah. So in this case, yeah, don't look really fancy with this one, but I choose now the entrance on the right. If you have the entrance more in the middle, it would be looking more amazing. So, but this will be working for now. So you can actually also, instead of this, connect it like this. But you still have, we have a long entrance, so we can handle a lot of cars. But the important thing now is to do not interfere with this road. So if you now start building intersections on this road, yeah, the traffic will be stuck. The traffic will be stuck on this intersection, will be stuck at this intersection. It's because of the stoplights. Yeah, the cars will always stop on stoplights. This is why they call them stoplights. So don't interfere with the entrance. Yeah, in this case, we should have made it a bridge. So now let's do this. Make it actually a bridge. You can actually make a nice freehand tool bridge. But do not interfere with the entrance. Just make it a small one. If you make it a bigger one, you can actually put some medium density building on it. So now I will actually zone everything, so we can actually see more traffic, hopefully. Make more commercials so we see more traffic. So this is now the second or the second different way to get into your city with a roundabout in the middle of the map. But you can also put your roundabout everywhere. In this case, we just go for the middle, so we have everything more equal. And with things like that, yeah, we have to disconnect this. Yeah, with a roundabout and 4 equal roads on each side in 90 degrees, yeah, the traffic will be flowing awesome. So, because we don't need them, it's just now for the tutorial. You can put actually a government hall in or an Eiffel Tower, whatever. You can do everything. So let's. Okay, this was actually the wrong button. So let's bring it up. And we just look on the roundabout here, how the traffic comes in and how the traffic goes. So it'll take a while, but here we go. Yeah. The first building are actually on the bridge. Very clever SimCity. But now we can also see, because we made everything equal, the traffic comes from everywhere. And if you build something like this, it's a roundabout, and then you go in north, south, east, and west direction, just with avenues. So this is all the avenues you need. You don't need more avenues. For the rest of the city, you can use smaller roads. But okay, now we have not much traffic, but you see, now the most cars going to the right, like in the beginning with the last entrance in the tunnel. But eventually they will also go to the left. Because we made everything equal, so if you go left or right, it's the same same distance. But you see, most of the cars are going this way now and going straight. So mostly they also take a left turn first. But we wait a second and we will also see that the cars will go to the left side. Yeah, so the first car starting, so we see some trucks, moving trucks going to the right, some moving trucks going straight, and now they're coming from the left, so also works fine. And with a long entrance, with no interference on the entrance, so make it a tunnel or a bridge, whatever. A tunnel is more efficient in my opinion for the entrance. So a roundabout with some equal roads like a compass works perfect. Looks always perfect for me. Even the city grows bigger and bigger and bigger. So, but make sure you make not a small roundabout, because if you make a small roundabout, you will not really able to handle a lot of traffic there, because there will be eventually a lot of traffic. So, oh no, I was actually wrong here. I wanna have something like this. And now I have the circle. Yeah, a roundabout like this, you cannot handle then much traffic, because there will be stoplights. Yeah, there will be stoplights on every intersection. Yeah, actually we needed actually a bigger city, but you see cars want to go left, will be going here on the left side here. Now they're coming from here, going left. The cars are coming in, going both sides now, but they're also going here, you see, from everywhere. So a roundabout with some equal 4 intersections on each side, so 90 degrees, works perfect. So now we have actually now 2 different entrances. So let's make the next one. So this kind of entrances always work fine for me. So don't interfere with the first road. Yeah, if you we can actually pause the game. And we can take a short look. Yeah, we have no power, so our buildings will go abandoned very quick. Oh, come on, SimCity. No, you can do it. No. So I will show you what will happen if you interfere with the entrance. Okay, I think that will be working. Yeah, if you make now mostly shortcuts are not bad, but so let's see. Take a look. So again, we made some stoplights here, but now because of this intersection, all the traffic will be going here. You see immediately they're not using the roundabout anymore. They're going all here. So if your city goes bigger and bigger, and then maybe, yeah, I make it not just stupid. So, but if you have the more, you see how stupid the car is going. But make sure you do not interfere with your entrance. Make it long. Maybe until here will be also good. So, but make it a long entrance. Now you see actually. The cars mostly try to go for the shortest way, and with a roundabout, they can actually decide where they go. But now, nobody's using the roundabout anymore. Okay, sometimes there are some cars coming from there, but they are gonna the shortest way. And then you will have a lot of trouble here if your city grows and grows bigger and bigger. Don't do something like this. This will kill your traffic on the entrance, or produce here a big traffic jam on the outside. Destroy them real quick. Make sure a long entrance, and make sure you force the traffic to the roundabout, and this is then also the only way out the roundabout, so most of the cars will eventually use the avenues. So let's go for the next one. So this works always perfect for me. Make sure it's a big roundabout. So entrance, make it a long entrance, and if you're maybe not able to make a long entrance or something like this, I will show you something different. But also helps very good. So first get rid of them. I'll keep, oh no, actually I can destroy it entirely, so. So if you don't want to have things like this I draw before, you can also go for just a small entrance here, but not an entrance like this. Make it just one way. So eventually they just all drive this way. So okay, this one now has actually no stoplights, but yeah, intersection have mostly a stoplights, but those not, because it's just yeah, a 90-degree curve, so whatever. But there will a lot of cars, if you have just an intersection like this, a lot of cars will be actually stopping here, and they try to turn around. So the best thing you can do, so here we cannot do this, I should go maybe more to the north, so I will. Let's make it just 3. So if you just want to make a small entrance, make sure the cars just can go one way. Okay. So in this case, make a curve. So it's easy to make a curve. So you can actually destroy just one block here, one block on the other road, and then you go on road modus. You click on the curve, and you make a curve. But yeah, SimCity sometimes the curve does not look good. So this is just a small curve, but it looks good. So you see now, no interference, so the traffic can actually go straight through here because you have some zebra pads or whatever. So just get rid of the useless intersections. So, but in this case, I will go not for one, I will go for two. So I will actually show you how the different curves look like. So still on curve mode. Yeah, this is not a game, but eventually it just doesn't look straight, but it will be. But if you don't like it, there's an easy way to get rid of that. So make just a new road, a new intersection. It's not always like this, so we go back on the curve mode. And we have a nice curve, but if you delete the road, yeah, the road will also be looking ugly. So in this case, I just plop a building on the intersection. So we can keep the nice curvy road, but it's not always necessary. Yeah, okay, now I said it and I failed, but normally it will work. But you saw what happened when I destroyed the intersection. But eventually, it's still the road we saw before. We can see this. Yeah, we can actually. No, we cannot see this now, but it's actually a curve like this. But the game sucks. So now we see actually a good curve and an ugly curve, but a curve where we just destroyed one part of the road, so a smaller one, and a curve with two blocks, but we look shit, so let's do this one more time. Because the same for here. A little cars stopping here and try to turn around, so if you have intersection like this, try to avoid them and make a curve instead, if you can. So I destroy now two blocks of the road on each side. Yeah, and again, the game don't love me. Yeah. But eventually it's a curvy road. You can see this if you go like this. Yeah, you see. Should be on the road, but the road is a little bit yeah, crapped out or whatever. It's the game. Put it here for a while. Yeah, it's some shitty. Wanna show some nice curves, the game sucks, so but try it one more time. Some buildings here. No, moving tracks, so one more time. Um, yeah. So yeah, sometimes the game gives you a nice curve, so this is now a curve with two blocks on each. But eventually this looks ugly, but it is the same curve, so you can actually build almost everything you want there. So let's go for the next one, yeah. So I prefer actually always even numbers, so always 2, 4, and 6 and 8 to make a curve, but you can also go with uneven numbers. And now let's make, we had now, yeah, this is a curve with just one, so this is then a small sharp curve. Then with 2, curve is a little bit bigger. And now I make, this is actually my favorite, the 4 block curve. So 4 blocks on every side. So this is actually how to build nice curves. Try also always to make it, yeah, I think it's the map, but the game don't like it. Make also always equal curves, so you destroy the same amount of roads from each side. So, but in this case, I want to have a nice looking. Wow, it's 90 degrees. Oh yeah, it's because of the terrain here. Terrain is a little bit rough, you see. So this is SimCity cannot handle this, but you can. It's just on this map here. You can take another map and it'll be fine though. So now we made a 4 block curve, so we destroyed 4 blocks on each side. Now we can actually put some nice buildings into the corner. And this will fit awesome. So if you build a nice outside grid, make it curvy on the outside instead of squares, and then you will be able even to put some nice buildings in. You can fully upgrade it, and yeah, you don't give much space away. So this helps a lot with traffic, because there is no stupid intersection here. The cars will not stop. They will just drive through, and now we put the building here. Nah, but we kept the curve, so. So let's go back. So I showed now how to build also some nice curves on your avenue grid. So let's go back to the entrance. So, and now we see actually we have the entrance, and if you do something like this, and that they just can go one way, yeah, do then something like this. So let them drive a long way. Now in this case it's the middle of the map. And you can keep the roundabout, but in this case I just make it simple. Get rid of the roundabout. Make something like this. So for this one, yeah, then you have to think later about it. Make also a bridge maybe, for example, and then but don't connect it here. Don't connect it here, because then all the cars will go this way. So now we have still a simple grid design here, showing everything. And let's go. Let's take a look how the traffic goes now. So this is also make it a long entrance. Don't interfere on the beginning. Avoid stupid intersections. And let's take a look how the traffic goes now. So of course this is the entrance. They're just leaving, but eventually we go straight. But most of the traffic will be go this way, because they all want to go to the other side. So in this case, make a second road somewhere here. Let's make then one road here, but try to make it in the middle. Same game here than before. Try to make it in the middle, yeah, something like this. And now most of the traffic who gets in and out will be using this road. So here in this case you have to make sure a little bit more road. So the roundabout is actually more efficient. And even something like this will always work fine. You can also say too fast again. We build here a bridge. Helps also a lot. So they will be not able to using this road, but in this case, they come in. A lot of cars will go straight now, and a lot of cars will go this way. But in this case, yeah, it's the same length. It's the middle of the map. They can choose which way they go. Let's turn it a little bit like this, zoom in, and keep it running. So this will also helps you with traffic, but remember, the most of the traffic will be going on the bridge and on the outside here. You see now a lot of cars going straight. I think I have to zoom in a little bit more. But as long as we have avenues and we don't interfere with I see also a lot of people building cities like this. Yeah, totally nonsense sometimes. Or then they make it really much square. So this is actually never ever a good idea, because they will stop every 10 meters. Let's take a look. Now you see the cars going over the bridge, and the cars going straight. So you have to make it smart enough, but easy enough, so they can actually choose multiple ways. So there will be a lot of people going straight, because they are living here. There will be a lot of people going left, and I think there will be more people going left. But then, the next one, this one is here, then the next good thing. So now a lot of cars going straight. It's good. And there are also a lot of some cars coming from the left. But as long as the cars go straight, Yeah, going straight is always faster than take a turn right or turn left. This will also help good. So here there will maybe now cars going to the left. Yeah, as you see, people who are living here will go to the left. People who are living there will go straight. People who are living on the right. Yeah, and you can all clearly see. So the people who are living here will go straight. People who are living here will go over the bridge and then left. And people who are living here will go straight. So this is actually the simplest, yeah, the simplest design you can do. But don't connect it here. Yeah, if you connect it here, most of the cars, and we can do this. Let's pause it. Just to show you that is just a bad idea. It will work in the beginning, but if your city grows bigger, so there will be cars going straight. Those who are living here on straight, but you will eventually see that a lot of cars going here to the right then. Okay, until now everybody was straight, but you know, also see now you have actually 3 roads on the entrance. Before we had just one road going through, so they just could go straight. I think we need more people on the left here. Yeah, it depends now where the buildings are coming, or where the buildings get built. Okay, now they're going all right. You see, still the city is not really a city. And now they're all going this way, and if you have more people, there will be a lot of people going this way, because this is now the shortest way to get here. They will not go this way, because they choose the first intersection, and they choose the shortest way. Maybe they will go this way, but I think most of them will go this way here. People are living here, so I think people, yeah, you see this now here. If you had the road not connected, they would go this way or over the bridge, but now they will all go this way. Nobody will go straight anymore. So if you interfere with intersection immediately on the beginning, they always will go the shortest way. In this case, yeah, you have to force them to have a longer way. So the first intersection is here, and if they are here, yeah, they already drive 50%. Okay, they now all go this way because it's the buildings here were just built. Where are the next buildings? Okay, now the next buildings are here in the corner. Let's see how they go. That's now the opposite corner. Don't you see? They go straight, and they will not go to the middle. They will go straight. They keep now the outside. But they just stay on the avenue. But even the way, this way is the same. But they go back the other way. Yeah, you see? They come in, go straight to get the people moving in, and they took the other way back because it's symmetrical. So this is how, yeah, so the traffic works good for the entrance. So I add some curves and some entrance. So a roundabout and a long entrance is always the best thing. And what you always need is avenues on the outside and in the inside. So like this. So this is actually the maximum avenues you have to you need if you want to make a big or a huge city. Yeah, you need out on the outside grid. You need an avenue. Try to avoid useless intersections here in the curves or in the corners especially. This is a small curve with 1 block, 2 block. Always make it equal, and then you will be able to put something here into the corner. You can actually put almost everything here. You can put the government house here. Okay, in this case, yeah, you have to be not. This was now 4 blocks. If you want to put a bigger building there, make it 6 blocks. So we can do it one more time. And this time we do it. Let's do it here. Get rid of the abandoned buildings. So you see, it's not equal, so just make sure everything is equal. So what did I say? 6, 2, 4, 6. Then the same on the opposite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now we are able to put even the mansion in easily. Let's see if we can put a recycling center. Yeah, almost, but I think it's because of the railroads now. If we can go a little bit more to the left, we can put it in there. It's just a railroad. Well, we just have to destroy the mansion, but this is also always a good thing. Get rid of useless intersections. Make a long entrance to a city, and then you will have not really traffic issues here. And yeah, with the entrance of your city, yeah, you will maybe have some traffic issues in your city, but I think it's about how you build the roads. Try to avoid intersections, because if you just build a city with squares, then this will give you a lot of traffic if you build squares like this. Now let's make let's go ahead, and because we just started with the squares, because a lot of people are not really into the curves, so they just build squares. But I still see so many people making so many mistakes. And now you can actually upgrade your city hall. We're all working fine. Actually, I should put this on the opposite side here. But now it's still the railroad in the way. So, but you see, it will fit. So, some nice extras, no intersection, just a straight road. So, but now we go ahead with more road designs here, and I will explain how you can make, even if you just can build something like this, how you can make it better. So, let's go ahead with the road tutorial here. And I see a lot of people building things like this. And this is actually so, yeah, so weird. Just can plop one high density building in it. Why do you need so much roads for just one high density building? Makes no sense, but yeah, people are starting like this, so this is what the tutorial is for. To show them or show you all how to build it better. You don't need so much roads. You don't need so much intersection, especially just for one building. You do not see a building in your city with 4 roads around it. You see always, if you walk to your city, you will always see a street. A street, and then with some buildings, and then there will be an intersection here, and then there will be an intersection there. But this is actually not how it works also in real life. This is just we spill a lot of yeah, available building places. So let's go ahead. Okay, there's actually nothing wrong about this, but this was also actually there is a lot of things wrong, because every road just can handle a little bit of traffic. And take a look how many stoplights you can see. I'm just seeing stoplights everywhere, and this is what kills your traffic. Stoplights. So let's make it just easy. And yeah, if you play Tetris, let's make it funky. Make some Tetris blocks. So this is a Tetris block. This is one. Let's make an additional one. Okay, then here we need more roads. Okay, we cannot get a Tetris today, but just make it, for example, like this. This is not a little bit crazy, but this will work fine, because now, if you take a closer look, we have much more space, much less stoplights, and actually now the roads, you see some different roads, you have some longer roads here. We can actually build 3 buildings on one. Here we can actually build 4, but you have some smaller roads and some longer roads. So we can actually on the longer roads keep more traffic. So, but this was just some shenanigan I do always. Let's go a little bit more serious. So we saw all the grids. In this case, I just make big ones. Okay, I will destroy the road here. And this road too, because we don't need them. So a thing what I sometimes see, and I also try this in some different things, is things like this. Just make a long road with less intersection, but this will cause you a lot of traffic. If you have maybe some public transportation, would be fine also. Just make some more. We can actually make multiple things. So this will never work because the roads are actually too long and the traffic just can go left or to the right. So, and because a lot of traffic comes from this road and they all go this road, there will be a lot of traffic issues here. So what is the best thing to do? Actually quite simple. If you make roads like this, I'm not even done here, so make an avenue on the outside, because if you go from small roads to avenues, they can handle much more traffic. So don't do this on the outside. Make avenue on the outside and then on both sides, but still not done. So the avenues can actually handle much more traffic, but still. Well, like I said in the beginning, you can see the amount of stoplights. And stoplights will always slow the traffic down. So, because now all of the traffic goes left or right. But how can we make traffic, for example, that the traffic or the people who are living here go there without using this? Yeah, it's actually quite simple. Yeah, you can still use then here the grids here, but don't make it like this, because in real life you always never see just one building and then 4 roads around the building, and maybe a huge museum, but not a building. So in this case, my favorite is always 3, not 1. Make it 3. This is the first. So in this case, we go ahead. Just some help lines here, just make it fast. So make it 3. So now you can actually have, and you see the same like here. Now you have some longer roads, and on the left and on the right, you have some smaller roads, like this design. But here you can actually handle more traffic on the roads. There are less stoplights. I will help you a lot. So let's go ahead. In this case, because it's not perfect now, we can actually keep this. Doesn't have to be 3 always. So you have now a grid like this. If you like grid, this grid is actually more efficient than the smaller grid we saw before. I will do this one One more time here for you guys. We can actually see the difference. And now, short roads, a lot of stop signs, and they will actually always go red. Because you know, in real life, if you come to a stop sign, it's always red. No, not always, but mostly so. But now we have less stop signs. You can actually now build 3 high density buildings in it, but not just high density buildings. You can actually build now also yeah, multiple bigger buildings in it, or whatever, a bus station, a depot, whatever. So now I have actually more spot, but you have to go ahead with everything. So, but this is not an easy part. You can take this also out from real life. Just look at the wall, and in this case here I'm going for 4, not for 3. Now I'm going for 2. So here I'm going now for 3. So make sure it's a little bit I don't know the word, but it's a little bit off. So the cars actually, in this case, the cars who come here, you can actually choose if they go left or right if they wanna get here, for example. So, but you can go ahead, make it just a nice brick wall, yeah. But it doesn't have to be equal. Make it not too close, because if you make it like this, too many stoplights. So let's make one here. Now I'm going a little bit bigger. This one has no guides, but just make sure it looks like this. Not really patterned. Yeah, you can still work with patterns or make them all the same, all 4 or 3 blocks. I still can work with small 2 blocks. Yeah, I call them 2 blocks here. Yeah, this 1 block, 2 block. But make it bigger. You have to build less roads, less intersections. But yeah, make sure you can handle the traffic. So you need always avenues on the outside. So now I'm going just freestyle here. Just make sure everything is the same size. Right, this one is actually now a good one here. So and with a design like this, yeah, you know, on the top you can actually see it's like a brick wall, taken from the nature, yeah, or from city building, from the masonry. And this is a brick wall. So actually, there are still longer roads than this here. So the roads can actually handle more cars, less intersection, less stoplights. So the cars can actually choose multiple ways they can go. And even if you work with grids, yeah, you should not do something like this, because just look at the stoplights. Stoplights every 10 meters, so they have to stop everywhere, and especially when the traffic comes up. And here we have, yeah, still a lot of roads, but less intersections, more space for buildings, so the city can actually grow bigger. And yeah, it's actually more helpful. So cars will actually go different ways, and they have to go here or here, but still not the best solution. I will show you one last thing here with some grids, but here we go back to this. And we see now here also the intersection. We don't actually need, so in the corner, just make a curve. Looks better, is smoother. They have no chance now to turn around, so they have to go straight, because there are always a lot of cars. They want to turn around on an intersection, and I do the same in real life. If there is a stoplight red and I want to turn, I turn. But this is something, yeah, but keeps the traffic down. So make curves instead of useless intersections like this. Okay, there will be no stoplights, but you have the ability to turn around here. don't give them the traffic ability. So, but now I make actually yeah, the last one here for this tutorial. How can I make the roads even a little bit more efficient? And I see this a lot when people building with avenues. So I will start with the avenues first, and then I switch to smaller roads because we still have the example here on the bottom. And now this is actually a good design here. I call it the brick design here, and sometimes I use it, but then of course I make sure I make it equal. Not this was here now freehand. So I see this a lot when people are building avenues, and there's actually nothing wrong about it, but I don't like it. So actually I'm almost never build it. So it's then the same square design, but in this case, because the roads are bigger, I will also do the small one. This is just what the guides give you. Oh yeah, the last one we don't know. So now actually you see what it is. If you're using the small roads, the guides with the squares, it's just one building. But here, yeah, now we have actually twice the size. Yeah, you can see the road is twice the size than the normal one, but it can take more traffic. Now we can actually put, yeah, two buildings on opposite roads, and yeah, this fits better. So this is now actually the thing what we also do with the smaller ones. But I don't like this grid design, so yeah. Sometimes for the fun I build something like this, but this is actually not a, yeah. This is actually a 2-year-old can build. So let's say this. Yeah, this is actually a 2-year-old can build. Because he started and then he uses the grids. Oh yeah, cool, I take it. But in this case, we go now for the smaller roads. But this actually always, yeah. Actually, this is here the optimum space between, actually not the optimum, I can make it a little bit smaller, but to build two high density buildings next to each other on two different roads, here same like this. Yeah, there will be always two, and we can actually do the same here with the smaller roads, and this will also help a lot, but make sure you have a good traffic system with that. At least a lot of avenues on the outside, because same for here. Yeah, and here, I'll show you something. So now the guides say this is one, but we will not go now for the first, we will go for the second. So now we have actually almost the same space than this, but you can actually clearly see the game does it not perfect. So we cannot put a road between this. So, but here we can put a road between. Lucky for me, I'm in sandbox. So you see all the space here in the middle. So there's actually additional road. So we give a lot of space away because we want to build now less roads. And again, I got on the V button. How can we do this? Actually, also quite simple. So we just draw two roads. Go back in the road modus, and now we have to make it a little bit smaller. So we go on to the grids here. There will be always some guides. I zoom in and I go in the middle of this empty field next to the 1, 2, yeah. You see what the distance is. Just go here. You can go a little bit to the left, but I just go a little bit like this. So now we created a second road. And we are still able to put the fire station in. We make it more efficient, and we can actually build more in the city because a lot of people complaining, oh, can we get bigger maps, whatever. So, and then you have to do it, of course, every time. But I will not do this now every time, so it's just for the tutorial. And now we do this one time here. This is now not right, but nobody cares now. It's just for the tutorial. But always make sure you have avenues outside if you go for something like this. Because there will be a lot of traffic here on the smaller roads. So now we have actually two high density building. In this case I'm just going then for 4. What is 4? Oh yeah, this is actually this one. We have 4. Yeah, maybe it's not right, but for now it's okay. And then we do the same actually. Yeah, it was a little bit too big, but then we do the same here. In this case, I just yeah, some roads interfering. So now we have actually 50% less roads. Well, this was actually good. So we have now actually 50% less road. Oh yeah, this one I have to destroy, and this one, and let's destroy this one. Oh, we have actually less roads and the same design, just in bigger. And we could actually build now more buildings with less roads. We have the avenues here, and now we can also see why I build less roads. Because you will have always a lot of traffic issue here, because there are, how much do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, no, until here. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stoplights. And now we have just 3 stoplights instead of 2 stoplights, so less roads, less stoplights, less traffic jams. So this would be all working fine, but don't make it like this. Just square. Just make the squares bigger, not too small. Yeah, sometimes you will have something like this, but just make it a little bit overlaid, so like a brick wall. Make some curves on the corners if possible, and you have no problem. So this should be enough for my first part of the road tutorial. There will be more road tutorials, but it should be doing for the first. So make sure you make a good entrance, and a good entrance is already a win for you, because if the entrance is good, the cars will leave at the same pace. But if the entrance is bad, for the same, the cars cannot leave the city. So this is actually the thing most people don't realize. Oh, there are so many cars here and they're not coming in, but in the city the traffic is insane because your cars cannot come into the city. And they will be also trapped in the city because to get out of the city, with all of those intersections you have and the stoplights, they were not able to get out. So make sure they got in very fast on a long way. Don't interfere with your connection like this. Just make it a long entrance. And this the same counts for the people who want to leave the city. If the cars come in fast, they will also leave fast. So make no interference. So I think it's enough for the tutorial. I think it's long enough, and I think I showed a lot of things how to build a better road system. Especially my favorite is the roundabout or the really long tunnel. But yeah, even if you work just with a simple grid design, yeah, just make sure it's looking like this, like a brick wall, or if it's bigger, like a brick wall. Sometimes you need also some avenues in the middle. Yeah, now I destroy the avenues again, but like I did before, the avenues in the middle are really crucial always, but should be enough. So enjoy, and if you have a question, just post a comment underneath. So whatever, whenever, enjoy.